Hey girl, it is me, Miska Dover, and we are back with our series, How to Online Date with Purpose. And we know that online dating is out there, it's something that people are utilizing in some cases, people are having success stories, and in others, they aren't. However, we are going to do what we need to do in order to make sure we are protecting ourselves, that we are protecting our faith, that we are protecting our hearts and safety. And, we're going to online date with purpose if we have been allowed to do so by way of God. Okay. And so, today we are talking about conversation. Okay. After y'all have met up, y'all went on this date, what is the conversation still consistent? Is the conversation, you know, is it filled? Is this person still expressing the same interest that they were expressing when y'all were just keeping it in the messages or before y'all had met up? Or is this person only reaching out sporadically? Because, in my experience, 8+ years ago, um, the hey beautiful, good morning beautiful text was just sliding through like clockwork every day. And then we would meet up, and I don't know, maybe they would see I wasn't like a fun girl. And not by fun girl, I mean like just willing to do whatever, or I don't know. Something would be disconnected, and then it would just be like real sporadic conversation. And so I would make the mistake of continuing to give my time to this person and allowing them to hop in and hop out of conversation with me because of my child desperation. Because of my desperation, because of my boredom, and loneliness, I allowed sporadic conversation, and for a guy to not have to be consistent when speaking with me, and not allowing him to be inconsistent, but not picking up on the lack of interest, or um I wouldn't say the lack of interest, because I feel like they could be interested, but when they see you ain't talking about what they talking about, or it's gonna take a little more effort from them for a girl like you, when they see that type of stuff, I feel like they kind of like back up a little bit. And I didn't pick up on that at that time. And so that's why I feel like I had to make this one of the points. Recognize somebody can like you but not want to do the work that it takes to be with you, or to, have you around in their life, or, because sometimes they aren't looking for something as serious as you. And what you require could be too much for they little, too much for them at that time. And when you realize that, you have to walk away. And it would be hard because nothing bad happened, or this was a good guy. He wasn't talking to me crazy. He didn't. Every word that came out his mouth was not a curse word. He had his head on straight. He was working. He whatever the case may be, like, there were some pretty good guys that I would talk to. However, just because a man is a good guy does not mean he is the guy for you. Does not mean that he is the guy that is willing to put in the work that you require to, when it comes to being courted, or whatever the case may be. You got to learn how to let a good guy go too. And you have to pay attention to communication. It was a lot of times that I would continue entertaining things because nothing bad had happened, or this person hadn't done anything or said anything wrong. And so there I was, like, desiring consistent communication. However, allowing something else, allowing the inconsistency, because of I felt deficient in the love department. And so know when the well has run dry. Know when the well has run dry. And don't be scared to realize that and walk away when it's time to walk away. Don't waste your time. Don't be the person that is keeping a seat empty for somebody. It's kind of like those dudes who be like, yeah, when I turn this age, that's when I'm gonna put away all the childish things that I do, or put away all of my uh thought ways, or whatever the case may be. Don't be holding no seat open for nobody. If he can't rise to the occasion right now, then move on. Okay? Don't waste your time on somebody who cannot be consistent, somebody who does not have the desire to be consistent, because ultimately they are not really looking for the same things that you are looking for at that time. It could sound good to them. It could be something that they desire. You just may be the most beautiful person that they've seen, but not everybody is ready to, you know, do things God's way. Not everybody is ready to be serious or tied down to one person. It's reality. It's reality, and you have to know when reality when you're being faced with reality, and be willing to walk away. Um because you'll only end up hurt in the end. Like, they'll be fine, child. They hopping from this one to that one. They getting they fixed here and getting they fixed there. But me, I was like, I can only focus on, I could in the past when I was dating, focus on one person at a time. And so I'm up here. I ain't have like I couldn't have 1,000 people texting me at one time trying to be with me. It's just too much. And while you over here getting this inconsistent conversation from this one person, and he's over here talking to you, this one, that one, insert the DMX. There was Keisha, Alicia, Brenda, Todd, Rashawn, Inez, and like, he talking to everybody. He ain't stun you like that, and you over here heartbroken, sad because this really good guy who is everything that you like and want and feel like you need, is over here not ready to be a one woman man. And so you gotta just let people go. Don't get attached too quick. Don't let people don't let people, but let the person go that does not, you know, that isn't on the same page as you. And by when I say conversation, I'm meaning like effort. If you are not seeing the same effort that you are putting in, be reciprocated, child, walk away. Walk away, walk away. Good guy or not, responsible guy or not, upstanding guy or not, attractive guy or not, yeah, you gotta be ready to walk away. Don't get too attached too soon. Don't be the word I'm looking for is potential. We love some potential, child. Women, we love some potential, and we can like see the base model or something and just imagine, oh my God, I can't, like a house. I love interior design, and so I can go into any house and see, okay, that need to be torn down. We need to tear this wall down. We need to do that. We need to set this up. Like, I feel like women, we love that type of thing. We can see the base model of something, see the potential in something, and like just imagine it to be this grand thing. We can see the finished product before it's finished. And so I feel like in dating, we do that a lot as well. We see so much potential in this person. We see what our life could look like with this person. Whole time they like, yeah, no, I'm cool. And we have to stop doing that. We got to let it be what it is and not be moved by potential, but work with what is being given to us. And if nothing is being given to you, then you need to work with that and run from that. So yeah, make sure that you are receiving the same effort that you are putting out. Do not settle for inconsistent men in dating. And yeah, don't be afraid to move on and, take a bow out gracefully. Bow out gracefully. It is okay it's fine. Um, because who wants to be like on a roller coaster like that? Excuse me. Who wants to be on a roller coaster like that? Like 1 minute y'all find each other online, you're talking, having a great conversation, everything is going up. Y'all meet in person. You like, oh my God, it's even better in person. And then he see, oh, she ain't having sex. Oh, she requires real dates. Oh, she ain't let me come over her house. She don't want to come over my house. It's just going down, and you like you was up here, and now the more it go down, he ain't reaching out no more. He ain't texting you no more. He ain't trying to initiate dates no more. And you just like, dang, he gone. My Shayla, my Shayla. Like, where is he going? And you don't want to just be hanging on to what was in that little short time. You want to move on if a person is, because a lot of times they don't even be wanting to say that they ain't really can't live up to your expectations, or that aren't as being as serious as you are. Yeah, a lot of times they don't want to say it. I would find like they would never be like, hey, I feel like you're looking for something a little, at least back then when I was dating. Now could be different, but black men, they were not saying like, hey, I feel like you're looking for something a little more serious than I am right now. I don't want to hold you up, blah, blah, blah. I would never get that. It would just be like, nothing. Wait, everything, nothing. And then a week later, they'll be like, hey, big head, how you doing? I'm like, Negro, where you been at? Like, sir, no, you're not just gonna be popping in and out, and then I'll entertain it. Hey, what you da 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 da? Or sometimes I would, I play it cool at first and like not text them back, but sometimes I slide in there and be like, hey. But yeah, like you don't want to be doing that. If a person, if it's not being reciprocated, take heed and child, move on, move on, move on, move on. You don't, especially if the person is, that's a thing, that's one of those things that I was talking about earlier in this series when it comes to, I think it was earlier in this series or maybe a previous video, but when it comes to, paying attention to what's being said without it being blatantly said. And if everything was just so perfect in the beginning, and the more and more you divulge to this person, the lesser they, reach out to you or try to connect with you. That's saying something. And so we can't be trying to leave room for whatever we trying to leave room for, or keep a space open for them. Child, move on. Move on, move on. Don't accept inconsistency. And I think with that too, the more and more I experience that, every time I try to wrap this video up, guys say, talk about that. Yeah, say that. But yeah, the more and more I experience that, I would let my guard down more and more. Like it would be like, okay, I need to be a little more open. Okay, I need to be a little more lenient. Okay, I need to be. It just makes you tear your guard down. And when I say that, I'm talking about like whatever standards I had. We'd be like, okay, maybe I can go to his house, or okay, maybe I should. Like maybe I should be more open. No, no, girl. Keep your standards. Keep your guard up, and don't change who you are and what you require based off the experience. Based off the response of a guy who is not even serious, and no, he ain't serious. That's why he didn't left you alone and stopped messaging you. He wasn't serious. And so stop trying to be everything to this person and be palatable to this dude who ain't even worth it at the end of the day. He ain't worth it, child. So yeah, keep your standards intact. Stay on course. Do not get weary in well doing. And don't allow the inconsistency of individuals to make you switch up what you got going on. Because what you got going on is what you're supposed to have going on. It's what God requires. Um, Abstinence. Is it abstinence? Celibate? Child, whichever one. If whichever one mean you waiting to have sex until marriage. I always get confused. But yeah, waiting to have sex until marriage, that's a God standard. Requiring intentions instead of just going with the flow, that's a God standard. We want to be intentional. You want to all of these things, and if that's not their speed, then honey, speed pass. Speed pass and keep your dignity and integrity intact in the process, and don't be trying to save them no seat at the table. Child, they lost their seat. Move your feet, lose your seat. So yeah, that is all I have for y'all today. How to online date with purpose, conversation, consistency, whatever you want to say. Pay attention and don't be trying to make something out of nothing. Leave nothing where it's at, okay? Let nothing be nothing until the person show you something. Okay, let me go. I'm being silly. Toodles!